Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if I can be heard. You guys hear me? Just need a little bit of feedback so I can know if my mic's working or not. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. All right. So I want to do something a little early today. Um, Hope you guys understand. Wanted to do something a little early today. Nothing crazy, but just wanted to let everybody know. Yeah, the week has just started. It's Sunday, Super Bowl week, and I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready, man, because this is a big week for us. Um, let's see here. So I'm not gonna go too much in the Patriots today because I got a video coming out probably tomorrow, the next day with the Patriots. Nothing spectacularly great, but you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I can do to put out a video this week. Um, but like I said, tomorrow, the next day. But everybody's got to be excited for this shit, man. This is it. Just to get, last week we just try to, let the noise go out and just, kind of let it settle into our brains that we're in the Super Bowl, because I honestly was probably not in reality for at least 4 or 5 days before I finally realized that it's here, we're here, and there's no stopping us now. So we're in the Super Bowl, and couldn't be happier. So I took off a few days on YouTube just because I think I just needed it, between all the stress, and not stress, but all, like, it's a lot of work doing this. It's every week and getting a lot of stuff out, especially if when I was doing highlights and stuff like that, it was um, a lot more work. But YouTube's being a bunch of assholes, so I don't put out fucking highlights anymore. Usually for the games, I'll put out all the highlights from the game, but I don't do that anymore just because they're gonna fucking flag that shit, and my channel, my channel will be taken down between all the shit that I've had, because every highlight that I have from all the games from week one are already owned by YouTube already, or the NFL claimed all those videos, um, which I don't fucking give a shit. But um, you know, but man, big fucking week, guys, really big week. Um, Let's see. I haven't been on Hangouts, guys. So if anyone's been sending me messages on Hangouts, I haven't been on there at all. It's not even on my. I don't even have it on my phone right now. So if you guys want to get in on this, and talk a little bit, I don't want to run this for a long time today, just because it's early. I got out of work early today, and kind of just want to. If you guys want to come and hang out with me for a little bit, I'm down. So if you guys want to get in, I'm definitely down for it. See here. See here. Let's see. Got two hats coming sometime this week. Awesome. I'm not buying any Super Bowl stuff until this is a win for the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I love the hats. I love the jackets, like the white jacket with the Eagles logo. It's fucking sick. I'm gonna get the MVP jersey of I'm gonna get the MVP jersey of the Super Bowl this year. When we win Sunday, I'm gonna get the jersey of the MVP, and that's what I'm gonna do for that right now. So let's see here. So let me go to Hangouts quick. Let's see. If anybody wants to come into the Hangout and let's just talk and bullshit, send me the email. And if you're already on my list, then we're all good. We'll do that. That's good, man. That's awesome. We fly high. That's great. I mean, holy shit, man. It's gonna be a crazy game, you know, and it's crazy because you know what? Even I'm glad that whoever put that Tom Brady jersey on the Rocky statue, I'm glad they did that. I really am. Everyone's happy that they're going to keep doing it and keep doing it. Every time we get in this situation, we get in this situation in the future. That's what we're going to keep doing. That's fun. You know, that's just what it is. But it's just only going to make it better for us. You know, I mean, I know we're not playing home this week, but I'm kind of really seeing how these Eagle fans are going to travel. You know, this next week and stuff. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I hope it's a big crowd of Eagles fans. I don't see why not. Let's see, Joe Thomas. The more I think about Eagles versus Patriots, the more confident I feel about Eagles bringing home the chip. You know, me too. I really do, Joe. I agree with you 100% because honestly, dude, I don't think the Eagles are worried about the Patriots. I think they're just going to worry about themselves and play hard. And that's the mentality of this team. This mentality
is good.
Time. Yo!
What's up?
Chilling, dude.
Yeah, same here. Chilling.
Getting ready.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'm still in shock, man. I don't know. My wife's been asking me all week. You don't seem excited about this. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. You know?
I know. Trust me. I had to take a few days off just to let it all sink in, not talk about anything on YouTube for a bit, let everything sink in. And by the end of the week, everything sunk in that this was real, and we're going. So I'm happy about it. I can't wait to see what this team could do, man. I really am.
Yeah.
Just such an opportunity that we have, especially, you know what? I'm glad the Patriots are in it. I'd rather beat the fucking best, and that's it. That's it, man. We need to beat the best and do what we got to do. So,
hey, I don't know if you know this, but if you have an Alexa, ask Alexa if the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, and she tells it yes. It's kind of hilarious.
I think it was on Twitter. I saw a Straw Hat Guy do that. I think that's where I saw that from too, because Straw Hat Guy did that. He has an Alexa thing in his house, and he asked if the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, and Alexa said, "Yeah." because of their defense or something like that. It was actually fucking
yeah. I saw that too. My brother-in-law, he sent me my wife a Snapchat, and I saw it. He asked him, and I was like, "That's pretty fucking sweet."
Yeah, let me see this shit. That shit was funny.
So yeah, it was pretty funny. Where's Spunky at?
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't talked to him. I just literally got out of work. I, came home, and we're gonna do a big live stream. So I don't know what's going on because I'm leaving Saturday to go to New Jersey on Saturday night. to watch the game with a bunch of diehards for Sunday. So I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do a live stream. Hopefully Tuesday. I gotta talk to him today, but I mean he'll probably say Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably Tuesday. So I definitely want to do something for Tuesday night, and then do something at the end of the week, at least Friday night, something like that.
Yeah.
Here it is. This shit is funny.
Yeah, I don't know what my wife and I are doing. I think we invited a few people over, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Hey Alexa, who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
I'm flying with the Eagles on this one because of their defense and the momentum they've been riding off their underdog status. EAGLES.
Yo, that is badass, dude. That is fucking badass.
Whoever programmed that had to have known the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl. That's like once in a million, like lifetime things you would hear out of her mouth. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how that thing kind of works.
Dude, there's no way. Like, that's just random. That's just.
I don't know. Crazy. I don't know how it works. I really don't. Any of you in the comment section know how an Alexa works?
Yeah, I've never used one ever in my fucking life. Probably
I'm dumping my. That's hilarious. I'm dumping my girlfriend for an Alexa now. Oh man,
that's good.
Nah, I'm not nervous. I was more nervous against Minnesota versus New England. New England, they're not the team they once were. New England is beatable. We've beaten them last year. You know, I think Nick Foles is gonna do pretty good.
Yeah, no, because when we played I'm not going to be that guy and go back to that Patriots game we had a few years ago because number one, they didn't have Julian Edelman, they didn't have Gronkowski, didn't play that game, but at the same time, like our offense was kicking, but that was a totally different offense. I think we have a better team defensively and offensively to face this Patriots team because they didn't look. You know what? This Patriots team did not look. They didn't wow me against the Jags. I mean, they didn't wow me at all. They haven't wowed me all this year. You know what? Like, even Miami, like, I always come back to this one game. Miami Dolphins whooped the Patriots' ass, and Jake Cutler looked like a fucking Pro Bowler that game. And it was just –
my point exactly. Like, suspect teams are beating them.
Shit just happens, bro. It's not –
I know. But I think everybody puts I think everybody puts Tom Brady on a pedestal, and I don't know. Somebody's going to knock him down.
Somebody.
And I think it's going to be the Eagles. This is the start of our dynasty. I really think that with Carson Wentz. And I've been asking myself, like, even if the Eagles lose this game, are we going to have a Super Bowl hangover? I don't think so.
No.
Carson Wentz didn't do any of the playoffs. He got us there, but he didn't get to, like, do the shit that really counts.
Right.
So I think he's going to want it even more next year.
Yep.
You know, my only concern, though, is he's got to do a better job of protecting himself. I know that's who he is, and he's going to fight for this team. But, like, at the same time, you can't put yourself in harm's way because otherwise he's going to be right back. We're going to be right back in the same spot.
You mean Foles?
No, Wentz next year.
Yeah, I know. What the problem is, too, is that he's either, depending on what down it is, he was the most hit quarterback in the league this year, which is bad.
Yeah, that too. But
now I don't know if that counts behind the line of scrimmage or does that count of him sneaking the ball and getting tackled. So I don't know if that comes together. So is that behind the line of scrimmage they're basing those stats off of, or is it when he crossed the line of scrimmage? You know, to get yards?
I think it's combined.
Yeah, because I gotta understand that because he's crossed the line. You know how Wentz, he doesn't go out of bounds. He fucking fakes people out to get as many yards as he can. But you know what? If it's the playoffs, do whatever the fuck you have to do to win. But if you're in a good lead in a game, you know, don't be stupid. You know what I mean? He's got to either throw that ball or he's just got to get yards and fucking slide. Something.
Yeah, very, very true. I mean, he's always one to lower his shoulder. He's not one to slide. He's always one to drop his shoulder and make it, you know, run somebody over. And I get that, but he's the quarterback. He's not a running back. I don't know.
But we'll see due time, because honestly, dude, like the way Vita's playing right now, it's just a perfect situation. So honestly, it's they need to definitely get some depth, which is going to be those will be easy moves, getting some depth at the line. I mean, it won't be hard to get depth at the line because those guys won't be a lot of money, like guys, you know, little depth moves, which we're going to make next year. But, you know, when I talk about even the draft, too, I know everyone's saying offensive line, and I kind of already switched. Like I said, let's get a left tackle. But on top of everything else, I think this team needs to go get a fucking young-ass, shutdown fucking linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking, too. Linebacker is my number one priority this draft. The linebacker. A stud linebacker.
A stud linebacker this year. Because honestly, if you get rid of Kendricks and we let Bradham walk, it's not good. I mean, that's just – I'm surprised no one's exposed us yet at this position right now because it's probably one of our weakest.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Like, totally fucking weak.
I think we need to let go of Hicks. As trouble as that sounds and as bad as that sounds, he's too injury prone. I love the guy. He's a great, phenomenal player when he's out there, but he can't stay healthy. He cannot stay healthy. He's always injured. Like, he slipped into the pool and broke his finger or whatever. He was out for how many games with that shit? And then he played with the cast on. You know what I mean? Just stupid little shit. He's always getting injured. And it's like, dude, you're killing me. If we had a complete roster right now, like everybody was healthy, we probably could have gone like 16-0.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm not gonna say that we would have, but we probably could have. We could have had a shot at it.
Whoever they draft has got to start. Whoever they draft this year has got to start this year. I mean,
well, do you know what draft position we have? Do you know what number we have?
Probably gonna have the last pick, I would think.
Well, if you win, yeah, 32nd. So it's either 31 or 32, basically.
Yeah, because I think the Patriots have a better record than us.
So that's basically like a second round pick.
Pretty much. So they can get a top. I mean, just because you're at the first round doesn't mean a damn thing because it's basically going to be quarterback draft. It's an offensive line draft this year, quarterback, offensive line, and you know what I mean. So,
to be honest with you, I really don't want top 10 draft. I mean, if you're going quarterback, fine, do it. But if you're not going quarterback, I really wouldn't want a top 10 draft.
Yeah.
There's too much hype. And, you know, if you're not a quarterback, there's too much hype and most players don't turn out.
And you know what, dude? Depending what they do at the linebacker spot, if they try to work a deal out where they can keep somebody for another year, you know what I mean? Like, there's so – I mean, this is going to be a fucking headache this offseason because there's so many different things that could happen. Like, there's just so many different scenarios. It's going to be like a fucking headache. So what I'm thinking is, like, I wouldn't blame them if they draft another D lineman this year. I wouldn't even blame them for that either. I really wouldn't. Like, you know what I mean? You got Bo Allen's going to be in free agency. So, I mean, D tackle's very thin right now, but we've actually been pretty good at D tackle, especially, you know, I think Fletcher Cox missed 2 games. Jernigan only missed 1 game. And that was really it. Other than that, it's been pretty healthy. But Bo Allen's definitely not going to get paid unless he's going to take something really cheap. You know what I mean? But I think we need someone else in there. You know, Destiny Biles, another guy that's done pretty well. They've all been very productive. So, I mean, it's been good. But I don't blame them if they go after another D tackle this year. I don't blame them. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't blame them either. But we got Cox locked up for a few more years. Jernigan's locked up. We got Derek Barnett for 4 years.
Right.
What about Graham? How long is he locked up for?
Graham has 1 more year on his contract. So the thing is, he's not getting paid that much at all. Brandon Graham's not even getting paid that much. So literally, he could stay for another year. But that all depends. Vinny Curry's probably the odd man out. Probably.
That would be my guess. Is I would drop Vinny Curry and go out and get somebody.
I understand he's productive, but honestly, like even in the Falcons game, he only had a tackle. But at the same time, it's all about disrupting. You don't need to have the numbers as long as if you can get through and cause the running back to fall step backwards or let the back move. You're doing your job. So technically, your numbers don't fucking matter. This D line, the numbers don't matter at all.
That's why Graham hasn't gotten any respect. But if you actually. If you look at him as like a player, he's a beast because he's always putting that quarterback under pressure. Just because the sack numbers, he's had an all-time high this year of 9, and that's pretty good. He does more than just do sacks.
Like Derek Barnett has an edge because he's younger. Number 2, he's got a really good bend when he goes around a tackle or whoever's trying to block him. He can get low to the ground and bend his body so fucking well. He's not the fastest guy. I mean, it's only his first year, so I don't think I think he can be a little faster and explosive off the line. But honestly, like 7 sacks, it's not bad for a rookie for the 14th pick of the draft. At the end of the draft.
Yeah. I think he's just getting his feet wet. Wait until that man gets his feet wet. He's going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
You don't just break Reggie White's, all-time stats or whatever, and then just come in the NFL and fall on your face. No, I don't think that.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, dude. It's going to be a lot of tough decisions to be made, but you can get a lot of. Let me tell you something. If there's a lot of needy teams that need edge rushers. It's a lot of needy teams that need edge rushers, and honestly, if they want Fletcher, oh my god, I just almost said Fletcher Cox. If they need Vinny Curry, you can. Let me tell. I don't see. Do you see this team getting fleeced? Because I don't. I don't see this team getting fleeced.
No, I really don't. I don't.
Howie Roseman's not going to get fleeced. If we're going to be fleeced, I don't care. Vinny Curry could be worth what? I don't know.
A third round young. At best.
What is he, like 25? I don't know how old he is. What is he, 26? I don't know how old he is. 25, 26, something like that.
Anybody know how old Vinny Curry is? I think he's older than 25.
26. I thought he was 26. That's what I thought. I said 26 first. So I mean, it's good, man, because they can get a lot of. I mean, they can end up getting a player out of it too. They can get a fucking player plus a pick out of it. Who knows? I mean, Howie Roseman will do his magic. I'm not worried about Howie Roseman, in the offseason. I'm not. So we'll see what happens by then. But I'm not really going to doubt. I know our cap situation is not good at all either, but I know that's going to clear up by free agency, and it's going to clear up. It's just I'm not worried about it. Michael Kendricks will go to another team. Like Michael Kendricks will find a nice spot somewhere, which needs a nice linebacker. Who knows? I mean, I really want Bradham to stay. I really do. That's the only person I want to stay on this team is Bradham right now. That's the one guy.
For linebackers, yeah.
Because he is just the enforcer, bro. He hits hard. He's all over the field. Yeah. He's 30 years old, but man, he can play.
I'd keep him for at least 1 or 2 more years, and then I'd probably see where he's at, and then shit can him. I mean, he's old. He's getting old.
But you know what? Linebackers could play at old age. They really can. He ain't no corner. You know what I mean? It's not like.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a whole different position when you can age at linebacker and still play well. A lot of linebackers have done it in this league, a lot, and they've still played well.
Most definitely.
Like you said, Jordan Hicks, you give him 1 more year, and that's it. He gets hurt 1 more fucking time. They should just get rid of him.
I don't even think they should give him 1 more year. I think this should be it. If we win the Super Bowl without him, that clearly shows that we don't need him, and he's just nothing but injury prone. Nothing but it. Even if we don't win this game, we've came a long way without him. He went out in week 3 or 4, something like that. Maybe even later.
I forgot what game it was. The Broncos.
Yeah. No. Okay.
I forgot what game it was. He went out.
Either way, more than half the season out, and I don't think we need him. Get rid of him. But he's not going to be a high draft, or he's not going to be worth anything because he's injury prone. Nobody wants somebody who's going to be injured. You know what I mean?
You know what? At the same time, there's teams that get injury prone players. I mean, they focus on the doctors. They focus on, you know what I mean? They think that their doctors could help him. And, you know what I mean? There's a lot that goes into an injury-prone player because people will go after injury-prone players that have good results, you know, coming off of season. But he's just had a really, you know, rough 2 years, man. It was just, you know, very happy for him. Like, he's been very productive. But like you said, man, if you could play without him, especially make it to the Super Bowl without him.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? It really does. Because you sign Ellerby, you sign Ellerby, and you have what, Najee Good and Joe Walker. I mean, that's, you know, besides Brad, that's really it.
Joe, I'm not a real big fan of Joe Walker. I mean, I definitely like Ellerby better, but I'm definitely not a fan of Joe Walker. Joe Walker is terrible in pass coverage.
Joe Walker took a huge step backwards when he tore his ACL. So when he got drafted, he was like ridiculously good in preseason. He was making so many tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He was doing so well. And all of a sudden, like, he had that injury, like during that, I think the third or fourth, you know, one of those two preseason games. And he just took a step backwards, man. And I don't know. Pass coverage, no, he's horrible. They have to go after a linebacker this year. I mean, who knows? They might dab into the free agent market. Who knows? I'm not talking paying a high price fucking linebacker. Fuck no.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
No, hell no.
If anything, just get some more depth at it. You know, you don't need right now with everybody we got. Just get rid of a few players and just get some depth at it. You know, decent players, not like you don't need to go out and pay like $10 million for one dude. So,
yep.
But I think we're in good shape for years to come. I really do. You know. Even
this different. Even this too, because Rodney McLeod too. I don't think Rodney McLeod's going to be here a long time either. I think, you know what I mean, we're not getting, you know what I mean, he's not, you know, Rodney McLeod's a good player. He's not trash. He's not, you know what I mean, but he's been productive, but at the same time,
he's a hard hitter.
He's a hard hitter, and he's relentless. That's why they like him so much. But at the same time, he's made a lot of mistakes too. He's missed open field tackles. He's took wrong angles on players and touchdowns. He's made a lot of mistakes too. Easy tackles that should have been for losses or you know, shouldn't have been touchdowns. So I mean, Malcolm Jenkins will be here for another 2 to 3 years, and then on top of everything else, Rodney McLeod, who knows, man? Because that's a lot of, you know, I mean, he's getting paid $30-something million at the end, you know, end of his contract. So I mean, it's a lot, you know, at the safety position, it's a lot. So it's, you know, even you talk about Rodney McLeod, it's you got to go after you got to go after a young safety as well, because honestly, you know, Jalen Watkins ain't going to do it. You know,
no.
Even this draft, you look at this past draft, the Jets got Jamal Adams. They got a really fucking good safety, Jamal Adams. He was a beast, Jamal Adams. He is just a hard-hitting, young, you know, shit-talking safety. He's great. I think they got probably the best safety in the draft. The Jets got the best safety in the draft this past year. So, we need, you know what I mean? But due time, man. We can't do everything in one fucking year. So there's probably going to be, you know what I mean, Patrick Robinson, I don't know what's going to happen to him. Like LT Metter said, is Patrick Robinson our best QB? Dude has been raw this year. He's got, what, 3 or 4 picks. He's most likely resurrect his career. Patrick Robinson only had 1 good year on the fucking Saints when he got drafted his first year. After that, he sucked, got traded to fucking – you know, went to free agency, got traded, or, you know, went to the Chargers, then went to the Colts, and then came to the Eagles on a one-year, $1 million deal. But Patrick Robinson, man, he's revived his career. He's been a first-round bust since he's been on the Saints, and he's not a shutdown corner. Hell no. He's a good schematic, you know, corner. But he's done very well. I'll give him it, man. Like, Patrick Robinson, I want him off this team because when he was playing outside, horrible. When he plays nickel, he's fucking phenomenal. He's got quick feet. He can stay with guys. You know what I mean? It's just been crazy with him. It's been nuts with him. I
Yeah.
didn't expect him to do what. As soon as Darby came into the mix, he got pissed off in a fucking a press conference. When they were in training camp and stuff, he got pissed when they brought fucking Darby in. Like he knew he had to step his fucking game up. He knew he had to step himself up. I'm not worried about the corner position this year. We got so much young talent. We got Russell Douglas that's already played a good portion of the season. That's already he would have had like at least 4 picks this year. I think 2 for pick sixes. I mean, Russell Douglas played very well this year. You got Sidney Jones in the mix. Jalen Mills who knows? Jalen Mills can move to safety. Who knows? There's going to be a lot of – Jim Schwartz is going to have to switch a lot of shit around with these corners with his secondary because, honestly, there's too many guys right now. So see what a Jalen Mills can do. Who knows? We'll see what happens, but there's a lot of moves. They can make Russell Douglas a safety because maybe corner's not his bread and butter, but he's played well. And the thing is, though, most safeties that start aren't good coverage guys. If a safety turns to a corner, they're not good coverage guys. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins won a Super Bowl his first year with the Saints as a rookie, and he was a special teamer. Went from a special teamer to a corner, then a corner to a safety.
It's a safety.
So with this defense, Jim Schwartz has safeties with corner background, corners with safety background. You know what I mean? Corey Graham, another guy, played corner all his fucking career, 13th year in the league, played safety the past few years. He won a Super Bowl when he was with Corey Graham won a Super Bowl with Torrey Smith when they were on the fucking the Ravens together. I mean, it's just bringing Corey Graham was a huge signing, even though he was an old. But he's been pretty damn productive for being 30 years old playing safety. He's been pretty fucking productive. He's made plays. He's gotten a few picks this year. He has saved some. So I'm not worried about this team at all. I'm really not, especially defensively. Fuck no, I am not worried about it.
No, defensively, we're pretty stout defensively.
We're fine.
I don't know. What do you think they're gonna? I don't remember what's Blunt's contract looking like. What they signed? It was just a 1 year, right?
1 year, $2.8 million. That's what it was.
You think they're gonna re-sign him?
In my own opinion, do I want him back on this team next year for another year? I would like him back because the 1-2 punch is nice with both of them. You know what I mean?
I think if they used him better, it would make more sense. But if they're gonna keep using him from 20 to 20, you know what I mean, on first down and expecting him to get, he's not. You need Jay Ajayi for first and second down, and if you're in third and manageable, then put Blunt in.
Right, like you said in the last live stream, you said like when they bunch everybody up on the line, they make it obvious when they're running with Blunt. Like they make it obvious.
Yes.
In that Vikings game where all they have to do, literally, all the Eagles have to do, and I don't know why, every time Blunt gets the ball, the holes are never open. But when Ajayi gets the ball, the holes are always open. And
that's because they run different run routes with Ajayi. With Ajayi, you can bounce it outside. With Blunt, it's straight up the gut. And the reason it's straight up the gut is because he's huge, he's big, he can break tackle.
150.
But they want max protection on that so he can get through it. But everybody knows when you bunch up the line like that, it isn't. They stack up the box. They put 8 in the box, and it's like you're not going anywhere.
Dude, like look at the examples. So that Vikings game, if they open this much of a hole, if they can open the door just a little bit, and he gets to if LeGarrette Blount gets to the second level, he's automatically gonna get an extra like 10, 15 yards if he gets contact.
Right.
Automatically.
See, the thing is though is it's him getting moving. He's a big dude. He's 250 pounds. That's not easy to move that weight. So the minute you get him moving and get him going in full stride, that's when people have a hard time bringing him down. That's when he's beast mode. That's when he runs people over. But when you catch him when he gets the ball right in the handoff, he's not that fast and he's not going to break tackle.
No, I know. And once he gets
you have to get him to the second level.
Once he gets past that second line, you're getting an automatic 10 yards on contact, at least 10.
Well, yeah, because he's got momentum and he'll carry people. He's strong, big and strong. He'll carry people.
And the offensive line will go up and carry and fucking push him and get him more yards, which is great.
Yeah.
He fucking laid out Harrison Smith like it was nothing. laid him.
I love how last week he took out Sendejo, man. That shit was hilarious. I was like, you don't want to tackle him on yourself, Sendejo, and he didn't. He got stolen for the touchdown. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's who I meant, Sendejo, not Harrison Smith. Sorry, that's why.
Yeah.
And then even the Giants game week 3, he like laid out 2 fucking Giants on the ground single-handedly by himself and got like I think a 12-yard run. Like it was nothing. And then the Chargers game, that long ass fucking run he had. Oh my god, that was shit.
I think Doug will make. I think if they keep him, I think Doug will make him, more valuable.
Now look, now there's 2 sides to the coin about LeGarrette Blount staying. I could tell he likes his team a lot, and I secretly think in his head he likes his team better than his old team. Honestly, I do. I think he's got relationships with these running backs very well. He loves Sproles. I know him and Sproles had a good connection. And Clement and Ajayi with him, they're like brothers on this team. I don't think he'll ask for more money. I think he'll be like, hey, let's try to work something out. I really want to play next year. I don't want to go to another team. Let me stay in Philly. I think he does. I think he should stay in Philly, at least for another year, man, because I love watching Blount, man. Honestly, the ratings for this team, even when Wentz is playing, plus Blount, just by all these big plays that happen, we're probably the most watched team in the NFL, the most top-rated team in the NFL, that it's exciting to watch this team. You're not looking at an overhyped team on the media. Then when it goes to the game, it just looks horrible. Like you could take the Dallas Cowboys, for instance. Every fucking game, there's always stupid shit happening. And I don't know what the most overhyped, most highly marketed team, you know what I mean? And I think we put on more of a show, and it's exciting to watch. I love it, man. Carson Wentz makes it exciting to watch because you don't know what's going to happen every game.
Yeah. Especially with him in the game, man. You really don't. I mean, Nick Foles is kind of one read guy, and he's good. He's a good backup, But Wentz is where it's at, man.
And talking about Nick Foles, like these, I read these fucking articles about, what if he wins the Super Bowl? What's going to happen to Wentz? I mean, this stupid shit. Let me tell you something. Foles is not going to want to leave, number one. Number two, Foles is only going to work in another offense if he does the RPO, because if he has no RPO, he ain't going to do shit, because honestly, we've seen that. He had the 4 touchdowns against the fucking Giants. Whoop-de-fucking-do. The Giants are fucking a trash compactor, fucking dumpster fire garbage. And then and then you got, when Carson Wentz got hurt, Doug Pearson's like, oh, we're not changing the offense. Like Nick Foles under center is weird, because when he's under center, like Nick Foles is going back to his roots, like where he knows how to play. He's fast. He's got a good eye. He can tell if linebackers are coming up to throw the ball quick or hand it off or keep it to himself. So, I mean, it goes a million ways, a million different ways. But, I mean, Nick Foles, man, best backup QB in the fucking league right now. Holy shit. Best backup QB in the league.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And if he wins the Super Bowl, teams are going to be trying to throw him money. Know it.
Let me tell you something. You automatically should be getting a first-round pick for him. Automatically.
You think a first round?
Oh, yeah. You got a quarterback. Look, in my eyes, if a backup quarterback wins the Super Bowl, you demand a first-round pick. A first-round pick.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Because I understand, like, it's all about the RPOs and shit, but at the same time, like, if your backup quarterback wins the fucking Super Bowl, you get a first-round fucking pick. Nothing more, nothing less. First-round fucking pick. That's it. Like, you have to. How can you – because you'd be the laughing stock if you got a second, third-round pick for Nick Foles. You'd be the laughing stock of the league.
I really don't think since – if this was maybe next year and Foles played all season long and took us to a Super Bowl and won, with Wentz, if say next year we win it with Wentz, the Super Bowl, then I would be getting Nick Foles as a first pick. But this year, we don't know how Wentz is going to hold up with that knee. Because later come find out it's not just an ACL tear, it's an LCL tear too.
Right.
So we don't know what we're going to get out of Carson Wentz. As good as he is, You know, he may be the next RG3. You know, I hope not. I pray for that. I hope not. But I really wouldn't get rid of Foles at all until we know what's going to happen with Wentz.
Dude, he's got plenty of time. He's got until fucking September to be fine. He could practice. He could do little things if he has to later in the months, but he's got plenty of time. He does not have to play the whole preseason. He does not have to play in preseason. You understand? So that doesn't have to be – it doesn't have – that's a lot of time. He's got a lot of time. No, I think we don't know anything. We're just looking at the way we're just reading articles, freaking the fuck out. And we literally just – they have the doctors. They know what's going on. We don't see him every day. We don't see him in front of us every day. So, I mean, I think he'll be fine, honestly. I honestly think he'll be all right. He's got plenty of fucking time, okay? And the more time – thank God this didn't happen in fucking training camp of next year. You know what I mean? Like, that would be the fucking thing. So, you know what? And then going back to Nick Foles, I'm not worried about Carson Wentz at all. He will be – the guys, just his mentality, just the way – you know what? He's fighting to come back to see this team the way they went through this playoffs, and he was watching the whole time. He wants a piece of that shit next year. So, going on to Nick Foles, we criticize Nick Foles. Unfortunately, Nick Foles got into the system too fucking late. He got, you know, they did the Carson Wentz offense, and then they started doing the RPOs a little bit in the Raiders game, and then we criticized him, and I got pissed. I was fucking fumed after that game because we played like fucking ever living shit. And then
I remember that video. I remember that video. You were pissed.
And then after that, the guy just needed more time with this offense. That's really where it came down to. We just didn't realize it. He just needed more time. Case Keenum's been playing since what week? When did Case Keenum?
Week two. Week two.
Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. They took Sam Bradford out because he was fucking sucking balls. They put fucking Keenum in there, and he was fine. But, dude, this is week 14. What, week 14? The time he came in was week 14? That's fucking late. That's too late. So
and I was the same way. I was the same way when, you know, I was the same way when Foles, you know, he had a few rough patches. You know, I was like, wow, he really fell off. But, you know, it's like anything else. It's like riding a bike. You're going to struggle at it for the first few goes at it. And then once you get it, it's like riding a bike. You know, you're going to get it and then you're going to be good at it. You know, we were all just kind of too quick to jump off his bandwagon. And now look at him. He had the best game of his life last week.
Yeah.
I mean, not numbers wise, but you know, I think the best game of his life was a few years, 2013, when he threw 7 touchdowns against Oakland. I mean, that could happen again. It could.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You know, he's done it once. He can do it again. You know.
Let me tell you something. Even in 13, he's got a better offense, offensive line, a better offensive line, just as good as an offensive line as they were in 2013 because we had the best offensive line in football and the top lead rusher in football. So he's got a better offense. He's got better weapons around him, and they do different things. You know, I think this is a better team other than maybe not having the best deep threat out there like we had in Deshaun Jackson. I think that this is probably the best situation for him to be in with all these weapons around him. He's not worried about one fucking LaShawn McCoy in the backfield, you know, dipping and dunking and dancing in the backfield. He's got 3 different fucking runners back there. Plus Darren Sproles is fucking hurt. So he would have, you know what I mean? There's a lot to go into it. Running back wise, there's 3 different type of runners. You know, you got the ground and pound with fucking Blunt. You got Jay Ajayi, which can catch out of the backfield. And Jay Ajayi is unpredictable when he runs because he spins. He'll do shit. He makes quick cuts and he gets so many more yards. I mean, I think he could be an 1,000-yard rusher next year. I honestly think so because he pulled up, I think, 320-something yards with the Miami Dolphins, which was bad because they have the last-ranked offense in the league and their fucking coach is snorting fucking coke. So that's not happening. And then on top of everything else, he got another what? I think he got 500-something yards this year. So just think of him if he was on this team since week 1 and healthy. I think he could get 1,000 yards on this team. By the way, this offensive line the way it is, trust me.
But going back to what you said about Nick Foles, he does have a better team. And one thing that you didn't mention was he's got a better coach.
Yeah, he does.
You know, Nick Foles with Chip Kelly was Chip Kelly was only good for that first year because nobody knew his scheme. But then once teams figured him out, it was terrible. It was terrible. And Doug Peterson, we all thought the same, but he's made tremendous adjustments to this team. And to still be winning like this, I'm surprised he didn't get – I'm real surprised he didn't get Coach of the Year.
Yeah, because I'd be surprised too. Because honestly, like beginning of the year, it was like it's the beginning of the year is the beginning of the year. Like teams are different from week 2 to week fucking 15. You know what I mean? So it's a lot different.
Oh, yeah.
Like Alshon Jeffrey wasn't in the mix at the beginning of the year. Like where the fuck was Alshon Jeffrey? He had 1 touchdown, I think, the first 3 games.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then what? And then LeGarrette Blount he didn't get a snap at the fucking Kansas City game. Tied 13-13 in the fourth quarter. And
yes. I didn't think that was right either. He didn't get the ball once the entire game.
So it was a building point. And ever since that Raiders game, the offense was getting better. The fucking defense was getting there. I mean, every game. And since that Raiders game, bro, like when we got to Seattle, since Chicago, it was falling apart a little bit. Then once we hit Seattle, we totally just bombed it. And then when we got to the Raiders, it started to build back up and build back up and build back up and build back up again. But this defense has built up, and I'm happy that we're healthy for the Super Bowl. I'm happy that we're healthier. You know what I mean? So Ellerbe didn't play last game either. So we really that D-line has got to stay healthy, and we're going to be healthy for this. For the Super Bowl. So I'm happy that our guys, that defensive line is going to be the make it or break it of this Super Bowl to get to Tom Brady, because as close as you can get to Tom Brady of tackling him, he is very poised in that pocket, and we all know what he can do because he's very poised. He can really, doesn't matter how close somebody is, if someone can get a fucking hand on him, will be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom, he's the GOAT, man. Best of all times, It's going to be a challenge, but I think if anybody's going to do it, I think we have the team to do it. I'm getting real sick of these people just, bandwagoning on the Eagles now. There's like so many people just like, go Eagles. I'm like, you're not even a fan. Get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, let's say if I wasn't an Eagles fan, I would do the same thing because I can't stand Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and New England. So I get it, but don't try to talk to me about Eagles when you know nothing about Eagles. I hate that. You can jump on the bandwagon and root for a team for the Super Bowl, but don't try to act like you've been a fan all year long and you know everything.
Right.
I don't like that. Like you were not an Eagles fan 3 months ago. Now all of a sudden, because we're in the Super Bowl and we're playing Tom Brady, because you don't like Tom Brady, you're an Eagles fan? No. That shit don't fly with me.
And it's there's the New England. We should have a field day, at least because the Patriots have an okay secondary. Malcolm Butler, I think he's overrated. Gilmore, I think he got paid way too much because I don't think he's shut down at all whatsoever. And on top of everything else, the New England pass rush is probably one of the worst pass rushes in the league. With this offensive line we have, one of the worst pass rushes in the league. Honestly, Nelson Aguilar probably should have the biggest day in this Super Bowl. He's on Eric Rowe, and Eric Rowe is not good. Okay, Eric Rowe is not the best out there. Okay, Eric Rowe can get – Nelson Aguilar is way too fast, way too agile, way too fast, way too quick. Nelson Aguilar should have a field day with these RPOs all fucking day in that fucking Super Bowl.
I think it's going to come down to tight ends on both teams. I honestly think Zach Ertz, Trey Burton, and even Brent Selleck, I think those three have to come out playing big,
Yeah.
And same goes for New England. Gronkowski, if we can stop Gronk, we probably got this game. That's the thing. Stopping Gronk is going to be a challenge.
I'm not afraid of Amendola. I'm not afraid of Hogan.
No.
I'm not.
No, because we face better wide receivers. They got their best thing is Gronkowski. You get rid of Gronkowski, we got this game. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, put Jenkins on Gronkowski.
Yep.
Maybe have a safety foreshadowing, and roll with that. I don't know what else you do. You stop Gronk, you stop them.
I'm
Like
not
I
afraid
said,
of
or
Burkhead.
like you
I'm
said.
not afraid of White. I'm not afraid of Dion Lewis. The running backs. Let me tell you something. They're just plug-in running backs. That's all they are. They're plugged into the scheme. They're not going to be on the team for. They're expendable. Those running backs probably won't even be there next year. Who knows? You know, and Dion Lewis is. You know, then you know what I mean. It's all.
Well, I really don't think they're going to run the ball on us. Dion Lewis is not. I don't think he's going to be able to get. He might get 30, 40 yards, but he ain't getting over 100. I tell you that. We have the number one defense or run defense.
Brady is going to
run
hell on us. He's going to run screens like crazy on us. That's what he's going to do. He's going to fucking do little quick passes. He's going to do those. He's going to run a bunch of screen passes on us. He's going to do a quick ass screen. That's what he's going to do. But
and how to defend that? I would put Malcolm. I put Jenkins in a linebacker spot and put Corey Graham, in his spot at safety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they've been doing with Corey Grant. That's why that signing was one of the best signings, because that freed up Malcolm Jenkins to move wherever the fuck they want him to move. So it works out. We have a better roster on paper. We have a better roster on paper. We have better stats on paper, better roster on paper. Our defensive line is not like, you know what I mean? Like I said a million fucking times, there's no D-line with all its depth like ours at all. No team has the depth we have. Our second string defensive line can start for another fucking team. That's how crazy it is. It's fucking crazy.
Somebody just in the comments said Burkhead is out. Is that true?
I don't know.
Are you at Brandon Cooks? Are you worried about him?
Yeah, I mean, Funky, change your mic. It is fucked up. You change your mic. Wow, this is fucked up.
What's up, Eagles fans? It's your boy E-Rock.
No,
I'm not too worried about Brandon Cooks.
No, because he was covered well. I think they got gypped. I think the Jaguars got gypped. They had AJ Bouye and they had two guys on him, and they never held him or touched him at all. He's gonna throw a deep ball to him just to get a flag, because he did that a few times. He just tossed it up. You better be careful tossing that shit up like that, because someone's gonna be right in front of that shit. I'm not afraid of Brandon Cooks. He's got the speed. Trust me. They dealt a first round pick.
That's probably who's Mills going to be covering.
We'll see, because they'll line him up as a wide receiver too. So
I don't know. I'm not liking Darby's soft coverage, man. Darby plays too far off the ball, and it's always a quick out, and they rely too much on his speed. I know he's fast, but he's not that fast. He's not like lightning fast.
No, I know what you mean.
Then this defense, they give up yards. They give up a lot of yards, but they bend, but they don't break.
Yeah, and they get that pressure where it counts the most. Like they showed on NFL Turning Point, that Derek Barnett strip, Rudolph was, Patrick Robinson was on Rudolph, and would have been a touchdown right in the end zone. But I'm telling you, that pressure, man, all it takes is them to fuck up coverage on, they fuck up the blocking, or, it takes one team just to mess up coverage. You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, this pass rush is the real deal. It's been the real deal all year. So
I don't know if you've noticed, but our red zone defense has stepped up tremendously from last year. You know what I mean? Because when we play from like 20 to 20, we just let them go down the field. But as soon as they get in the red zone, that field shortens up, and Darby can't play so far back, and there's nothing there. They end up throwing it away or kicking a field goal. And exactly.
Yeah, when he has not much cushion, he plays well. Like, I don't know if it's just because of I don't know if Jim Schwartz has him doing that or he does that himself. I mean, there was like 10 yards, like a little bit more than 10 yards, like off the fucking corner. I'm like, God damn. I mean, off the wide receiver.
Well,
God damn.
Yeah, I think it's a little more than 10. I think it's like 12 yards.
That's crazy.
I think it's like 12 yards off the ball. That's deep.
But like you said, dude, when he gets in the red zone, like he's shut down in the red zone. Like he's absolutely
right. It's because he does, you know what I mean? He's not 10, 12 yards back. He's not that far back. It seems like they play man to man when they're in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
But and the one thing that scares me is most times we don't have a single high safety. Like if they go deep, it's basically one-on-one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that scares me is a lot of times Schwartz does not have a safety in the backfield, and I'm thinking like, man, if they go deep, it's one-on-one, and if it's against like a Julio Jones or something, we could definitely get burned. But we've been pretty good though all year about stopping the big plays. Last year we were terrible at it. We gave up the most amount of big plays last year. This year, we're completely different.
Right. I just think even with like we talked about, Amendola and Hogan are not two guys that I'm like typically afraid of because, like you said, we faced better receivers this year. So like it's all going to be about the scheme. If that offensive line in New England, like I think the left tackle is the only guy I'm really like high on over there. Matt Soldier.
Yeah, Matt Soldier.
They could do. And Jim Schwartz has had success against Tom Brady. So, I mean, I think he knows. I'm leaving it all to Jim Schwartz. He knows what he's doing. He blitzes at the right time. And honestly, dude, we've only blitzed a few times in the playoffs. Very few times and caused disruption. Very few times. And if you could pass rush 4 guys and not blitz the whole game, that's awesome. That's great. You keep your guys fresh, you tire out that offense, and then they go 3 and out, or they don't make it to the other side of the field.
I definitely like, pass rush with 4, and then you got 7 deep to cover. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like that, and I'm glad we got guys that can get home. Like Vinny Curry, Long, Cox, Jernigan. And it's a great defensive line.
Our tackling was a lot better this game because even the Falcons game, we missed a lot of fucking tackles. Like we could have had them down, 2 yards, behind the line of scrimmage, and it turns to a first down. Like stupid shit like that, open field tackles. But Jim Schwartz said it was probably because of the bye week, and they weren't tackling with their legs. They were tackling with their arms first. You know what I mean? They weren't. They had a lot of time off too. But even the Vikings, they couldn't tackle us for shit that game either. It was bad. They couldn't even tackle us at open field tackles. I mean, easy first downs, like it was nothing. Corey Clement, that nice little spin move. I mean, oh my god, they just worked the fuck up.
Yeah. What do you think of the players asking coach to make it like live practices?
I think it's awesome.
And sticking with it. I think it's awesome too. Because this bye week, it's another bye week, and it's like this is our 3rd bye week now. And the first one, week 10, after we came out a little rusty, you know what I mean? Like we need to be hitting hard. I mean, I know you don't want to deal with injury, but you got to keep these boys in shape and prime and ready to go.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. And I have no problem with them putting Tom Brady's jersey on the fucking Rocky statue. I have no problem with that either because that's what we want. That's what we need. We need them to be pissed off going to Minneapolis and doing their damn thing over there. That's what we fucking need. Of course, it's going to happen. So, fuck it. Let them go over there. I hope there's a lot of Eagles fans at this fucking game. They probably will be because I don't think anybody would miss this game, especially if they can afford to go and go there and support their damn team. By all means, go over there and fucking do whatever you have to do over there.
I looked up Super Bowl tickets, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I might be able to get one, Fuck no. You know how much it is? I looked it up for like a nosebleed seat, like top section, it's like $3,000.
Yeah, it was between like $2 to $3 grand, over $3 grand I saw. It's ridiculous.
And I'm like, damn, the only way I'd ever get to go to a Super Bowl is if I somehow won those tickets. There's no way that's too expensive. For one person, $3 grand. You imagine taking like a family of 5?
With your kids?
Yeah.
Your kids
right?
That much, and they probably don't even know the fucking game that well. No,
my kids aren't that old, no. But anyways, I was just like, man, so many. But if I was at home, if I wasn't married, didn't have kids, didn't have a wife, and still living at home with my mom and dad, I would probably be going to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be making bank. But since I don't have none of that stuff, I have all that stuff. I can't afford that.
Yeah, I mean, I could, if I wanted to, I could, but I don't want to because I'd rather be with the family, be with I mean, just hang out, you know what I mean, and just make it a whole day thing, you know what I mean. Don't have to travel, do any of that, and you know what I mean. Just
yeah. See, it's a lot further for you. It's not that far for me. It's only like
yeah.
eight plus hours.
Yeah, no, I'd have to make a whole. I'd have to go there like at the day. I mean, it's just nuts.
Yeah,
there's no way. It's gonna be the city's gonna be packed. You're not gonna be able to get. And if you get a fucking room at a hotel, it's gonna cost you probably over $500 for a fucking night just to stay there. I wouldn't doubt it. I tried getting a hotel for the fucking draft in Philly this year. They want over the hotel that I stay at. They want over 500 for the fucking night. Yeah, I'm not even going. No fucking point.
For the draft?
Yeah, for the draft this year I was going to go, but I said, fuck it. No, forget it. It's going to cost a fortune just to see someone get drafted in the first fucking round. Just whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I talked to my wife about it, and my wife and I we're going to Philadelphia in January of next year.
Okay.
So she goes, let's go see the Lombardi Trophy because I'm sure they'll have it in a case somewhere down there. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go see it.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking awesome.
They'll probably have it right next to the Liberty Bell.
Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, who knows? But we're going. So I don't know if we'll still be playing ball then, but we'll see. If they are, maybe I'll get a ticket and go to the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see though.
By next year, I'll probably be going to next year I'll probably be going to a shitload of games next year. Probably, because I get first dibs on tickets that someone holds a second set of season tickets that they always give me first dibs on them for every game. They text me and say, "You want the tickets?" And they discount me the price on the tickets. I could have went to the NFC Championship game for $180 a ticket, but I didn't go because I took too much time off of work between being sick and then going to that divisional game the whole weekend, being off that whole weekend on top of it. So
wow, that's cheap.
Yeah. So
that is like dirt cheap.
Because I just know people. That's why I just know people.
Man, I'd love to have those type of connections for that shit. I'd be like, we're going. You ain't got no man.
Like next year, I definitely want to go to next year. I definitely want to go to the open practice next year and hang out, and definitely want to do that next year. And probably I usually go to one or two preseason games, maybe one. I don't go crazy. I'll go to probably one or something like that next year. And then
you went to one this year, didn't you?
I went to two. I went to the Dolphins and the Bills.
Yeah.
But I was pissed off for the dress rehearsal game. I'm like, I'll go to that one. I got front row seat. I sat all the way in the front, right behind the Eagles bench, over there, and I friggin' they only had him in for a fucking quarter. I was so pissed. Like, I was really pissed off. They only had the starters in for a quarter. They're supposed to be in for a half. And they were
half, yeah.
Quarter, so I was fucking pissed when I left. But I was all right. It was fine. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. Even with preseason, it is what it is. But once the first home game, I'm always there. First home game of the year, I'm always there, no matter what it is. It could be Monday Night Football, whatever the fuck it is next year. I know my friend I know we're playing the Vikings next year, so my friend Colton, that came into the live stream, for the Vikings week, he'll be coming over. He's going to stay at my house for the weekend when the game's on. Probably going to get tickets and go to that game. And then, it's a lot. It's, it adds up. The money I probably spent over probably close to $2,000 from doing games this year. Probably.
Wow. That's a lot.
I mean, I got a good price. I went
still can't even get in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
if you would have saved all them to games and just kept your money for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know, right? But that's like a
You
gamble.
still would have been $1,200 short.
That's a big gamble, though. Like saving all your money. Like, oh, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl this year. I ain't worried about it. Yeah, right. I wouldn't have fucking ever did that. Miss out
Yeah,
on
if I was,
games.
I guess if I guess if I was a New England fan, it would be all right to say that, but I don't know. This Tom Brady guy, he's something else. He's 8-time Super Bowls. That's crazy.
Yep, he got 5 rings, bro, and we're not letting him get his 6th fucking ring. No. LeGarrette Blunt was talking shit too. Still, LeGarrette Blunt pointing at the fuck, at
Yeah, him and Chris Long. Chris Long was talking shit too. He's like, "Hey, let's not let these clowns come in, come over here and disrupt us. We've been doing this all year long." He goes, "Be greedy, take shit that ain't yours." I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, it's
Everybody's hyping up Tom Brady to win, and I love it because we're the underdogs. And I don't know. I read in the comment section there's not going to be allowed any underdog mask allowed in the stadium.
of course not.
I don't know.
Of course.
I mean, I don't know. That doesn't really make.
You don't need the fucking mask. You don't need them.
But I heard since they've arrived in Minnesota and they can't get in any of the Eagles players, they can't get in any of the restaurants.
Yeah, because the Vikings fans are all salty over there. They're very salty. I mean,
I read the article. And they said they're salty because that was very disrespectful of the Eagles fans to throw like full cans of beer at the Eagle or at the
it might have not been the right thing to do, but honestly, do you not think if you go to the Rocky statue and it's going to be all over Twitter and everyone at the tailgate that day is not going to find out about that shit, about dressing up the fucking statue and bringing your 15 fucking fans over to the fucking Rocky statue and fucking start doing your little skull chant? Get the fuck out of here with that. That's what you fucking get for that shit. Look, when we played the Falcons, no bullshit happened. None. No bullshit happened that whole week.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Nothing. But they wanted to fucking come over there and do that shit. My friend Colton.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
My friend Colton said that shit. Like, he said to me on the phone, like, me and him have been friends for 12, 13 years. He's like, that's really fucked up what you guys did. That's really. I'm like, dude.
But it's not fucked up for you to come over here and put all your shit hanging up on without our permission?
He's like, well, that's not violence, though. We dressed up a Rocky statue. It's not a big deal, but you guys have to fucking throw beer, beer bottles at the bus and blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, it is what it is. You're always going to have that one asshole that gets arrested. You're going to have that one fucking asshole at your fan base. I mean, they act like they make us look so bad. They act like nothing happens at, like, a playoff game. Like, no tailgate. Like, shit doesn't happen at a tailgate. There's not that one asshole that gets arrested at a tailgate or some shit like that. So it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, to this point, it's fucking ridiculous. A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, 30 years ago, it was a lot different than now. I think people still hold on to that shit. And they caught wind of it, and they're just like, oh, fucking Eagles fans. And then, of course, you're not going to be able to contain them all. But I don't think our fan base is, like, completely bad. But there are a lot of rowdy, bastards out there. But I don't know. I just don't think it's as bad as it used to be.
It's more hyped up for people to get crazy because, like, dude, like, this team's in the Super Bowl now. Like, these playoff games were no fucking joke. Of course, like, we have a huge chance. We had a huge chance, and we fucking took it. And these fans acted nuts. I don't blame them for acting nuts. I really don't. Are they, are there some stupid ass people out there that do shit they shouldn't have? Of course. Like, I don't do that shit. Like, I'm a passionate fan, but I don't go out there and fucking. I don't throw beer bottles. I don't do any of that shit. I'm just not that kind of.
To me, hey, if that was me, I'd punt. You know what? I'm an Eagles fan, diehard Eagles fan, and whatever Eagles fan threw that beer bottle or a beer can or whatever, and it was full, I'd punch them in the face. That's a sin in itself. You don't throw full beers. I don't care who you're pissed at. Throw a rock. Throw something else. Don't throw beer. That's a sin itself.
Yeah.
Wasting beer. Stupid.
Yeah, I don't
waste.
Those
people are just dumb. I don't waste beer either. If you're going to throw away beer like that, get the hell away from me, man. If I was in that group and I saw it, I would have been like, sit your ass down, throw another beer bottle again.
I don't waste
beer like that.
It would be nice if we could figure out like to do like a game next year. We could all meet up next year and just chill out the whole tailgate, like early morning. Just
that's what I'm kind of trying to do. You know, I just last year I wasn't really doing the whole YouTube thing. I mean, I was kind of watching videos here and there, but not like this year. And you know, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna go, and I definitely want to tailgate with a lot of y'all.
Yeah, because I know Spunky wants to. I think Spunky's definitely going to try to go next year to a game, so we're gonna definitely meet up. You know, like I don't mind hanging out with Fourth and John and shit. Like I've done it like a few times. It's like a fucking frat party over there. It's. I mean, I respect everything they do over there, but it's like a college party over there. Like
it's almost too much, huh?
It is like, and it's messy. Like they don't like. There's like they litter, and it's a fucking mess over there. Like all day, it's just a mess, and there's always stupid shit happening. But I mean, I respect them. I love it. But you know, I just like to chill with a few people, have some beers, chill out. You know what I mean? But it gets too fucking nuts over there. Like I can't be there. I can't be there the whole fucking day over there. It's like crazy.
Yeah, you know, that'd be something else. You know, my wife and I, we're pretty cool. We'll if we go, we'll go down to party. You know, and I told her, I said, next time we go, I said, we're gonna go walking through. We'll meet people. It doesn't even matter if you're wearing an Eagles shirt or something. You'll meet somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so yeah, we're definitely gonna go and we'll party one day.
One of these days.
Yeah, come all the way from the Midwest. Coming, hanging out, party.
Oh, you know, fucking Eagle Speed. He's done it. He came from Seattle. He took a flight all the way from Seattle. He stayed in Philly for a whole week after a few days after the game. He stayed there a few days prior to the weekend, and then he stayed there an extra few days after the game. He flew all the way from Seattle. So I mean, he made
Darius Jackson has done that too. Darius Jackson's in California too. He's done that too. I've seen him out that way before.
And that was the first time I met everybody because I met Desert Eagle. I met Desert Eagle for the first time over there because me and him been talking for 2 years. Me and him talk on a regular basis every few days. Me and him, he'll call me, I'll call him. You know, we usually talk, you know, here and there and shit. And then, you know, I talk to Eagle Speed mostly on Xbox. Me and him usually playing on Xbox a lot too. So me and him are usually on there. You know, but other than that, man, it's you know, there's a lot of, you know, even heard, you know, some guys are coming off YouTube. I think Nitro Freak made a video. He's not going to be on YouTube anymore after this year. I talked to Speed. He might not even be on YouTube after this year. I think he'll be done with YouTube.
Nitro Freak?
Yeah, he's done after this year. He's not doing YouTube anymore.
Why?
He thinks that this is the perfect year just, you know, to go off, you know, of the Super Bowl and just end it, you know, end YouTube. And he says he's been doing it for a long time. And, you know, he just wants to end it the right way. And if they win the Super Bowl, it'll be a nice ending for him to, you know, go off in the sunset.
You said Speed too, right?
Yeah, he might. He talked about it a little bit. I don't know 100%, but he said he might be done after this year. He might be done after this year as well. So, I mean, talking about myself, I'm not stopping for a while. I'm probably will never stop because it's just impossible for me not to do this. So I'm gonna be around. So I'm not gonna. Definitely not.
I'm sure it has its toll, you know, just like anything
else.
It
does, dude. It does. It's especially when like these bye weeks help me out because, dude, week to week, it's like I gotta plus on top of working and stuff. You know what I mean? I gotta have my video out by. I usually have my preview videos by at least Tuesday, Wednesday. I have them out, and then you know I usually do my recap like of the whole game that night or when I get home from wherever I am for the game. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It takes a toll, I guess, but it's like it could be stressful. It could be, you know what I mean? It's stressful if it's a good season, it's a bad season. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of, you know, I don't stop because I do the draft. I do everything. I'll do this year. I'm going to be a little different, not just talking about draft prospects. I'm going to actually do reaction videos to draft prospects. talk about them. You know, I'm going to do a lot of different things this year. I'm going to try to amp this channel up a little bit more this year. But I definitely want, you know, I'm glad, like, you know, people say, like, you know, if you have the hate, you know, the more haters you have on your channel, the better your channel is. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe in having haters. I lost a good amount of subs this past month between these games, these two playoff games. I think I went from 1,317 to 1,303. I lost a lot of subs between the Vikings and the Falcons game. I had a lot of haters on this shit, but I'm glad, like, you know, get the haters off my channel and get more Eagles fans on here like us that can get on this channel. And, you know, this isn't about me because it's not about me. It's about everybody. And I love having these Google Hangouts. I just got my live streaming back in November. November 6th, I got my live streaming back. So now we could do this shit every fucking week, you know, even prior to the draft, free agency. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the more people, the merrier it is. So I mean, when we had all us in here, it was great. So I don't mind it. I think it's a lot of fun. The more people, the better it is. So
yeah, I hear you.
You know, it's not. I'm not trying to be like some phenomenon, fucking person on here. It's just like a hobby. It's plus I don't have any fans near me. That's hence why I started this whole thing. Like, trust me, I was only getting, when I first started, I was only getting maybe like between 12 to 45 views a video, barely. You know what I mean? When I first started, I wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've took it off or anything, but I'm saying, like, I've had some help, you know, Desert Eagle when I was in the Philly Knights, you know, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's, you know, a lot of guys got my name out there and stuff, so people started watching. So it's been, you know, it's not about the views or the subs or anything for me. It's just, I just like doing this, like just talking with everybody. Like, that's all I'm here for, just to talk and go over. So I'm not doing shit alone, you know?
Hey man, I watch all your videos, man. They're good. I like them. I especially like your ranting videos. Those are hilarious when you're cussing and screaming your head off. Like the last one you had, man, that shit was, I couldn't help it but to laugh. It was so funny because I felt your frustration.
Like, how many videos they make on the Redskins this past offseason? Like, as soon as we found out that was our first game, I made, I don't know how many videos in the offseason about the Redskins, counting down the days, week by week. I'm like, here we go, another week down, one less week to worry about. So, you know, that was just a send-off to the Redskin fans because we've lost, you know, 5 straight, you know what I mean? So it's just, it amped it up a little bit more, but, you know, by that time, you know what I mean, we'll find out the schedule. I'm not worried about the off season right now. I just want to enjoy this week.
We still got one more game. No worry.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm worried about the Super Bowl. If we win the Super Bowl, I'll celebrate it for a week, and then I'll start looking at draft prospects.
You know, the only time I'll be off YouTube is probably like when I'm on vacation in the summer, probably like by July or something like that. Like, I got 3 weeks of vacation. So like by July, I don't know when I'm taking my other vacation, but by like July and shit, like for a week, I probably disappear off YouTube for a week just because, you know, I'm on vacation. You know, I'm not going to be making videos and whatever. I'm going to go enjoy myself, and, you know, the season won't be here yet. So it's just, you know, you still got 2 months till the season starts.
Hey, let me ask you a question. When it gets closer to like the combine, and do you actually watch college football, or do you just watch like all the shit that they say about each player?
I watch a little bit of college, but by like, I start looking at all the top prospects for the draft, and then I get really into it. So I don't watch, it's too much. I can't do this and do college like all year. It's too much.
Oh yeah, it's way too much. I just watch the combine, the pro days, and the Senior Bowls. I watch all that kind of stuff, but I don't watch it all season long. I can't. It's too much. With kids and everything, it's way too much.
Yeah, no. I remember when Eagle Speed was doing an Eagles Nest hangout, and the title of his video was like a few weeks before the draft, and it was just a fluke. It was just, his title was, if Eagles get Derek Barnett, this defensive line will be unfair. And it was a joke because we're like, there's no way they're picking Derek Barnett. At the end, I doubt it. I doubted. And then it actually happened, and I was like, wow, okay. I guess they want this pass rush to be fucking successful. So it worked out for the better. So, I mean, was I happy with the pick? I was 50-50 on the pick. I was happy, but I was pissed off about it because you had,
I was actually when they announced that draft pick, I was actually really excited about it. I knew he was a good player, and the way that he could bend, come off that edge, I thought he was a good pick. The only pick I was concerned about was the Sidney Jones pick. I was like, I don't know. I know he was a top 10 draft pick before he got hurt, but then I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know. That was the only pick I was kind of skeptical about.
I was at work when I was working. I was at work, and I went because the draft was on TV upstairs. I went up there. I don't give a fuck if I have anything to do. I said I went up there. I was watching the second round for like at least a few minutes. By the time like the Eagles were picking, I went back downstairs to work for a little bit. I went back upstairs right when they were picking. And then I saw the Vikings jump ahead of us to get fucking Dalvin Cook because I was on the Dalvin Cook train. I wasn't on the McCaffrey train. I wasn't on the fucking Corey
Joe
Davis
Mixon
train.
No.
No.
You haven't heard about Corey Davis all season long. He just caught his first touchdown pass in like Tennessee's divisional playoff game.
Yeah, I know. Like that's how Tennessee
unproductive
has gotten so many good. They have fleeced teams for draft picks, and they still haven't fucking done anything with them. I mean, nothing. Corey Davis is a fucking waste. They said he was the next Antonio Brown. I mean, it was just some bullshit with him.
Yeah, he didn't do anything this year. Yeah,
he didn't even go to the combine. He got drafted 4th overall, and he didn't even go to the combine because he had an ankle injury. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's just ridiculous.
Are you gonna watch this Pro Bowl today or no?
Fuck. Am I watching it right? Am I gonna watch it? Fuck no. Hell no.
I'm actually gonna watch it just because I don't like sitting around on a Sunday not doing anything. Football is better than nothing.
The only reason why I'm not watching because I'm just gonna chill out and shower and shit, chill out and just I have to do a few. No, I don't really have to do anything today, but I'm just relaxing, man. I just want my mind clear all week and just.
Yeah.
And get ready to go off on Sunday. So, I'm going to a family's house, so I can't, I can't curse. I can't be all fucking, I got to be prompt with myself when I go over. So I have to watch my mouth when I'm watching the game.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I hear you.
There's, a few, mother-in-law, there's a few people coming in, so I got to be rated PG when I watch the game. I was drained from that Vikings game, bro. I was drained, and I was getting overwhelmed. The more we were scoring, the more I was like, oh, my God, are we going to win this shit? Are we really going to win this shit and go to the Super Bowl right now? Man.
Yeah, you know what I thought leading up to that game, I was watching the Patriots and the Jacksonville game, and I was thinking if the Patriots win, I was like, this shit's rigged, man. I was like, this shit's rigged for the pretty boy, Tom Brady. And of course they won. I was so pissed off before the game even started. And then Case Keenum throws a touchdown opening drive. I'm like, fuck, it's gonna be one of these fucking games. And then little did I know, was I wrong, man. I was just like, oh shit. Like, oh shit, it's happening. I was so fucking wrong, but
38.
It calmed me down, but yeah, that's just as bad as like the Cowboys, the 38-9 or 39-7, whatever we did against the Cowboys, week 10 or week 11.
Yeah, those fucking Vikings better not do that. Those fans better not do some stupid shit when they come. They're coming to the link next year. They better. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I think they're going to do it while the Eagles fans are in their town. I think that's when they're going to do it. They're not going to come to us and do it. They're not stupid. They're smart. As soon as we come over there, they're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
We got all the hard teams. We got all the bigger teams home next year. We got the Falcons at home. You got Minnesota at home. You got Carolina, I think, again at home. Well, not again.
What's the Or are we playing the Bears this next year?
I think so. I think we're gonna be home for the Bears. No, we're gonna be away for the no. I don't know.
Because this year, the last few years it's been away. It's always been in Philadelphia. But as soon as that changes, I'm going to the Chicago game.
Oh, let's go.
You know, as soon as it comes to Chicago, you know, I'm gonna be going.
59ers.
I went a few years ago, and my wife just got obliterated drunk. Man, I had to carry her the whole way. Passed out drunk the whole way.
No, we don't play the Bears next year. All right. I thought we did. No, 59ers just said we don't play the Bears.
I think it's every 4 years. Or we play them, and then it's like we play them for like a few years straight, and then we don't play them for a while.
Yeah.
So, and it's been a while since I've been to a Bears-Eagles game. The last one I went to was when we still had Michael Vick. So that was what, 2013 or 2009 or 10 or something like that.
No, that was my first game. I went to the Eagles-Bears game 2013 when we put a 50 burger on them. I think it was a 50 burger. That was
50. It was 58 to like 14. I was watching it.
Like
I was watching that at my house. I was watching that shit. It was around Christmas time.
Dude, I fucking went there, and it was supposed to be, and it ended up 60-something degrees. It was December 24th. It was fucking 60-something degrees. It was fucking warm as shit. It was the best fucking day. It was the best.
Which one?
At the link, that 58 to 4.
Oh, at the link.
60-something degrees that day. The day before Christmas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a good game.
Hell yeah.
And a game a few years ago I went to, it was in Chicago. It was colder than shit, man. In November, it was probably 20 degrees where I live, and then down by the lake, it's probably like colder with the windshield.
Right.
My wife was so drunk. You know, it was freezing, and we were way up in the nosebleeds. I sat right behind Bears fans, and it was hilarious. Every time Michael Vick threw a touchdown, I was like, yeah! I was screaming my ass off. I was getting kicked. Everybody was like, you better sit your ass down. It was cool, but I'd hate to be a visiting team coming into Philadelphia, though.
Yeah, even my friend Colton said the same thing. He's like, man, that is a hard place to beat you guys. And it's like, that place is fucking loud. I said, yeah, dude. Like,
well, it's not only that. It's just like the fans are so rowdy, you know? It's just like you start cheering. It's like, shut up, sit down.
Yeah, like immediately. Yeah, you sit your fucking ass down. Don't say a fucking word.
Right. I went to a Cowboys game in 2008 when they got McCoy and they got DJ. And everybody there was just fucking brutally mean, man. Cowboys fans, that's when I really started to really, really hate Cowboys fans. At first, I hated the Giants before them. And then as soon as I went to that game, it was like, these Cowboys fans are just nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's exciting, man.
You know?
Big
Yeah,
week.
it is. It's been a long time coming, dude. I was what, 17, 18, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Last time. It's been a long time coming, man. I'm just so glad we're here. And my wife keeps telling me, she goes, no matter if they win or lose, just be glad that they got this far and they've had a great season. And I'm trying to cope with that, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. But like, I really want this fucking W. Like, I'm not gonna be happy if we don't get this W.
No, this.
And I watched Darius Jackson videos, and he said, would you guys be mad would this season be a waste if we lost it? And I'm thinking to myself, like we made it. You know, we were 7-9 last year. So would I say it's a waste? I wouldn't say it's a waste, but hey, Alexa says we got it, so I'm gonna ride with Alexa. We got this, so no need to answer that question.
I think it would only be a waste because of all the injuries we had. I think that's the only thing I think of is all those injuries we had this year. Like those, I mean, even when you look at Jason Peters on the sideline, you look at all these guys, man, they just wish they were in these games. It's just,
it just shows you it just shows you the fight that these guys have. We losing all those players, I would have never expected. First off, nobody expected us to go this far with our starters, yet alone backups in these positions.
I said before the season started, I said 9-7, 10-6, and at least a wild card. That's what I said.
So I said 11-5 with the division with the Cowboys right behind us. And that's what I honestly said. And I said we're going to take the division, and then I said we'll get into the playoffs. But I really didn't think we were going to get any further than that. Then I saw us go 8-1, and I was just like, I scratched all of that. We're going to the fucking bowl.
A few Cowboys fans already made videos about us already and said some really good things about, you got to respect the Eagles. You got to respect them. Like we're bitching about we lose a left tackle and our fucking team is a totally different fucking team when we lose a player. They've had.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? A few videos were made like that. You got to give the coach respect. They're like, I hate to say it, but, but it is. I mean, you got to give this team respect. I mean, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Here's what it is. It's great to have great starters, but I don't know if that's necessarily what gets you to where you need to be at the end of the year. I think it's your second stringers. It's the guys who's your backup. Your backup says everything because you're going to have a guy or two or at least several guys like we did go down. And if you don't have anybody good, you're not going anywhere. And that's exactly what happened to the Cowboys. They don't have any good depth behind their starters. The problem was they had really bad cap management. They lost their whole defense. They had to start 2 fucking rookies in the secondary, at corner especially. Then on top of everything else, Tony Romo's gone. You bring in a quarterback, a draft ago, 2 drafts ago. And then, after that, it was kind of like, when you don't have Sean Lee, you got Jalen Smith. They can't do shit. He makes a few tackles here and there. Okay, you play Jalen Smith, he gets some tackles. You lose Tyron Smith, and then you give up fucking 7 sacks. I mean, Dak Prescott's pocket awareness was horrible. Like he didn't even fucking sense anybody behind him most of the damn time. I mean, he's got no help. And then when he started running the ball by himself, doing like some scrambles, after 3 scrambles, he was like tired out. He was like gasping for air. We all know the story. There's no Carson Wentz for Dak. Who's better? Carson Wentz is better. Those should be done. There's no talk about it. It's over. It's
the only people that are still bringing that shit up are the fucking Cowboys fans. Because you're gonna ride and die with your quarterback. Because they haven't had a good quarterback in a while. Dak is good at dinking and dunking. He'll win a game by dinking and dunking. But will he throw the ball and win the game deep? No, probably not. He can do it, but he's not very good at it. He's no Carson Wentz. He's digressed.
They had their starters against us in the last fucking game, and they couldn't do shit against our third stringers. I mean, 6 points? Really? 6 fucking points?
I didn't even get to watch that game, and, I really wanted us to win it, but just so we could have the record, like the best record in football. But we really didn't need to win it, but I'm tired of the Cowboys talking all that shit. Their quarterback is nowhere near as good as Wentz.
We're good. We're an all good around balanced team. The Cowboys are not a balanced team, not at all. Okay, they have a halfway decent offense. It's their defense that kills them and keeps them losing games. Their defense is atrocious. They got people like, what's his name? Nolan Carroll. Like Nolan Carroll, I don't even know if he's still on their team. I doubt it. No, he's not.
Nolan Carroll was hot garbage.
No, because he was on the Cowboys, then he got cut, and then he tried out for the Redskins and didn't make the team. He actually tried out for the Redskins and didn't make it.
He's terrible.
Horrible.
Surprised the Eagles kept him as long as they did. But, I get it, though. You can't, when you sign a contract, it's for multiple years, you can't just be like, well, we don't like you. We can't just get rid of you. You know what I mean?
Build through the draft. That's how you build a team. You don't build through free agency. You build through
Well, I don't know. I think we kind of hit pretty home with Alshon Jeffries, LeGarrette Blount.
Well, I'm talking big signing. I'm talking about big signings. I'm not talking about the little tiny $2 million deals. I'm talking like big money signings. You don't build your whole team through free agency like that unless you have like $70 million in cap space, which we didn't fucking have, and we shouldn't have even had all these players for the amount of money we fucking had. But everyone trusted in the scheme. Everybody trusted in Carson Wentz. And Torrey Smith wasn't expensive. Alshon Jeffrey wasn't expensive. You understand?
No.
So we didn't have to go out and spend a fortune. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, and I think the reason why that happened is because they all want to play for Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
And if Wentz wasn't on a team, I guarantee you Jeffrey would have said, hey, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? But since Wentz is on the team, I think it's a different story. They're all like, yeah, I'll take a pay cut just to play for Wentz. And I remember when he signed that contract, him and Wentz were talking. He goes, I'm going to make – Jeffrey said, he goes, at the beginning of the year, he's like, I'm going to make Wentz MVP. And sure as shit, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Wentz, I just only imagine how many touchdowns he would have thrown if he would have never got injured.
That's how this team should be. This how you want to prove your fucking worth on this team. You're gonna have to fucking play for a fucking year. And if you want that big money, you show us what you have, and that's it. And that's where it's got to go. Because honestly, we can get a good deep threat this year. Torrey Smith might be off the team. Who knows? I don't know. But if we get a legitimate fucking deep threat, a low key deep threat, that's gonna make. I think Carson Wentz can make any player look good. Honestly, everyone thinks that the players make Carson look good. No, that's not the case. No. I
think we need to see more of Matt Collins.
Yeah, no, Matt Collins is he's probably the best receiver in the draft this year. Honestly, probably other than Schuster. Other than Schuster, Matt Collins was the best,
I followed him a little bit when he was in North Carolina. He was good, but I don't get why the Eagles don't use him more. Torrey Smith, they try so much for Torrey Smith. They try so hard with him.
Honestly,
and it's like, go ahead.
I think Matt Collins won't be a star. I think he'll be a guy that's going to go in when he has to. He's going to be a special teamer because he's one of the best he's a very good special teamer, and he'll go in when someone needs rest. And every catch he's made he's been productive every time he gets the ball. Like every time he gets the ball, he's been productive. Really?
Well, if he stays doing what he's doing for the next 3 years, and he finishes, he's not going to be in Philadelphia very long because he's going to want to. He knows he can start. I know he can start. That dude's got hands,
mm-hmm.
and he's quick. I think he should be the deep threat for the Eagles, at least until you draft somebody.
Yeah.
But I want to see those. There's the two people that I want to see more of. I really want to see what they can do, and that's Corey Clement and Matt Collins. Those are the two that I'm like, they're great when they get in, but I want to see them like 3 or 4. You know what I mean? Like 3 or 4 downs every play. I want to see that. I want to see if they can handle it.
Yeah, I think Clement.
I'm sure they can.
I think Clement is the more bulky, elusive back. Like he's a big guy that has some moves. But I think J.J. beats
the Westbrook
categories just because he's a lot more elusive and he's a lot more hard hitting when he has the ball in his hands.
Well, Corey Clement reminds me of Brian Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
And then J.J. he's a smaller Blount. He's a faster Blount.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you want. You want somebody who's quick, who can hit, who can do the outside sweeps and all that shit and have speed and still run people over. I really like Ajayi when they got him. I was like, yes, that's what we needed. We should have done that at the beginning of the year. When we did not draft a running back, I was like, what are they doing? What are they going to do? I said Blunt and Smallwood and Sproles. I said Sproles is good, but Smallwood, he's garbage. He'll be off the team. I just didn't see it happening. I said, we got to do something. And the running game, like you said, the running game was non-existent like the first 4 weeks of the season.
I woke up in the morning that morning. My friend texted me. It was like, you guys picked up Jay Ajayi. And I was like, what? It's like, what happened?
Yeah, I remember that. It was on Halloween, around Halloween time.
Fucking steal. That was a steal.
Oh, yeah. And then all we gave up was like a fourth rounder for that. Somebody's asking Zeke or Ajayi. I'm going with Ajayi because Ajayi doesn't seem like he has all the bullshit drama.
Yeah, he's not no cancer in the locker room. So no, I don't want no fucking Ezekiel Elliott. I don't give a fuck how good he is. I give a shit.
I'm glad we didn't get him
because we were gonna get him. That was the first thing we were looking at him, and that was gonna be our pick until this whole. We had a chance to move up in the draft and get rid of all those contracts with Kiko, Byron Maxwell, DeMarco Murray. Got rid of all those contracts. So that money we didn't have to pay him a damn cent. We were done. Got rid of their contracts, and oh my god. Yeah,
but that's the year we went out and got Carson Wentz, though.
Right.
You know, I much rather would have Carson Wentz any day over any other quarterback that came out that year. Jared Goff's good, but you know, Dak Prescott, he's okay. You know, who else came out that year?
Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, Paxton Lynch. You haven't seen anything from him.
And we were looking at Paxton Lynch before we had a chance to move up. We were looking at him too. I think we had the 20. What do we have? What pick do we have? The 21, the 22nd pick, something between 21. I think 21st or 22nd pick. I think so because we moved from 21 to 18. No, 21 to 13, and 13 to 8, 13 to, and then 8 to 2,
and then 8 to 2. Yeah.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's crazy.
That's a lot of fucking negotiating.
I don't want Goff. I didn't want Goff. I really didn't. He's got a really good deep ball, but other than that, he's not Carson Wentz like the way you see him like extend plays for that long. No fucking way. Not at all. No.
I think the only reason why number one too is because I come from no big school.
Yeah.
But John Gruden talked about him like he was just like he's like Carson Wentz is going to be the real deal.
Because Carson Wentz was in an NFL pro style offense where he made audibles, he checked audibles, he made decisions at the line, and that's what Peterson. So Peterson doesn't handicap him, which was since day one, which is great because he can make like you see the sounds of the week videos. He's like, let's do it again, let's do that play again, like shit like that. Like he can make those own decisions. Goff was just in shotgun the whole fucking time, throwing deep. Other than that, that's all he was doing. In California. That's all he did in Cali.
Well, I thought he was a little in check his rookie year last year. I really thought Carson played, you know, he played well, but I really thought like Doug kept him within his reins. You know what I mean? This year, I think this year was a different story. This year
they let him.
Yes, they let him do him, and you saw why he was MVP.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to you know let him get his feet wet a little bit, let him get the speed of the game. Don't be this unsung hero, you know. And then this year they let him loose. They turned him over and they said, you know what? You do you, and we're going to ride with it.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened. You know what I mean? He's unbelievable, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
can't agree anymore. Can't really expect any more from what this team has done this year. You really can't. They've done everything that the fans want. I mean, everything was just.
So what do you think is going to happen with Steven Means?
I don't know what he's gone. I don't know his contract, but I mean, he's very valuable at depth. I think he can get more playing time next year, especially with Vinny Curry gone. He'll get more playing time. It just depends what they do. These little tiny depth signings in free agency, like these little tiny really not expensive depth signings. You know what I mean? That's all. That's where it all matters. But we'll know the whole roster because I'll do a video on the whole entire roster from top to bottom, every position, and we'll get through all that shit once the time comes. But right now, it's just too early to tell because we haven't been through free agency. We haven't been through no moves were made yet. So I mean, until then, I think Steven Means is. I love Steven Means. I think he's been. Every time he gets his chance, he's always on the field getting his start. He's always doing good all the time. And he's good on special teams. He's been good everywhere. So, I mean,
yeah, he's been productive. He's been really productive. I'm just concerned, are they going to, like, try to use him to get picks or something?
No, not Steven.
I mean, they could, but.
He got no value. He doesn't have any value. He's not playing. He's got no value. You'll get value out of Vinny Curry. I'll tell you that. You'll get a lot of value out of him. And Michael Kendrick, you'll have a lot of value out of him. Forget it. And especially if they make a big play in the Super Bowl, some shit happens and they make a spectacular play, they'll even have more fucking value. Forget it. We will definitely, dude, I'm telling you right now, we will definitely get a second or third round pick back. We're definitely getting one of those picks back this year. It's going to happen. I know for a fact we'll get one of those picks back.
Yeah, you just got to leave it up to Howie Roseman, man.
That's it. I'm letting him do his thing. I'm just letting him do his thing. That's it.
He's been unbelievable, you know. And really to go out and get Jay Ajayi and to create the team that he has created, it's unbelievable. And especially to turn around Chip Kelly's nightmare with fucking Maxwell and whatever his name is. Oh God, it was a disaster.
Yep, no, I understand, dude.
I did not expect the Super Bowl run this year.
No, I didn't. Because there were so many new pieces to the team. Like there were so many fucking different.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the talent. It just depends. Are you going to mesh? But this team has meshed, man. Like, holy shit. Ridiculous.
Yeah. And what makes me think we're going to win this game is it's like, all right, Carson Wentz goes down. Week 14, Nick Foles steps in. Nick Foles hasn't had any time to fucking mesh with any of these guys, and he's still whooping people's asses. So I think everybody's jumping on the, you know, the Patriots are gonna win. They're unstoppable. Look what they did to fucking Atlanta last year. Atlanta had that game in the bag, but they just simply said we don't want it.
Pretty much. I think all they had to do was run the ball, and that was it because they passed 4 fucking times. That's just pathetic.
No, you know what happened was there was a third down and they didn't get it, and they were in field goal range, and it was the third quarter, and they decided to go for it because they were trying to be aggressive. They decided to go for it, and they didn't pick it up the first down. And I said that was dumb. You should have kicked the 3, get the points, because it would have been 31 to fucking 3. There's no way in hell they would have came back.
No.
28 points? No. No. They should have kicked the field goal and played defense. But they didn't. They let that game go.
Yeah, they want to shut the crowd up. They really want to shut us up, but they gotta take the points, bro. Even when
exactly.
You know, Doug Pearson was on the goal line, and he was like, I honestly wanted them to kick the field goal. I didn't want them to go for the fucking. I'd rather them kick the field goal, and then they would have to get a touchdown to win the game instead of fucking going for it, risking. You know, then you're fucked. Then if they get a field goal, they could win the fucking game. Then you're screwed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like the Jaguars, you know, in the divisional, or was it division? No, in the AFC Championship game, they were winning 14 to 3. And there was a minute left, and all they did was take knees to go into halftime. I'm like, that was dumb.
Yeah, they gave up.
It doesn't matter. You gotta try to get a score.
We did it in 28 seconds against the Vikings. We got 28 seconds from the fucking 20-yard line, 25, whatever the fuck it was.
Right, and they had a minute, and it's like their offense was clicking. It's just they didn't want 14 to 3. That's an easy comeback. especially for New England.
Are you really going to trust Bortles? Are you really going to trust that offense to get it done? They went 3 and out. They looked like shit on offense. I think they didn't like T.Y. Yeldon. Like he's a fast, shifty back. I loved him in that game, but they used Fournette way too fucking much. Like he was going sideline to sideline. He can't run sideline to sideline.
He's up the middle.
He's too fucking slow, bro. Like they used him horribly. It was bad.
Yeah, but that's who they that's who they wanted to lean on during the game.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah,
that comes down to coaching. That comes down to coaching.
Yeah, they got out coached. Exactly.
Yeah, they really got out coached, like big time.
They really did.
Yeah.
They deserve to lose that game. They don't deserve to win that game when they fucking play like that. You got 14 points on the board. They only got a field goal, and you just fucking telling you, it's just
yeah.
I just want the suspense is killing me. Like I want this fucking game just to get here already.
Hey, we only got 7 more days, buddy. It'll be here. And just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because when it's here, it's on, man.
Mm-hmm.
The nerves are gonna be fucking flying. You know, emotions are gonna be high, man. Oh man, I guess the festivities start at 9 a.m. that day. I'm getting up extra early.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be watching all day. All day. I'll be dressing my kids up in Eagles clothes. You know. I got outfits for all them for Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm getting my wife. She bought me 2 hats for my birthday the other day on Friday, and she got me 2 new hats, and I'm hoping I get them before the game.
Yeah.
I've been wanting a new hat. It's time for Spunk. Maybe I'll send Spunky one of my old hats. He can wear one. Change out that hat that he's been wearing.
The thing is like losing its fucking shape. The thing is like,
I know every time he makes a video, that hat just looks like it's just barely hanging on. You know, and it's been a long time since I bought an Eagles hat. It's been a long time coming, man. I used to buy Eagles hats like once every few months. I had like 15 at one time. New hats, you know, sprays for all of them, keep them nice and clean. But after a while, they just get old, you know.
yeah.
They don't last. You know, I got the dog ears Eagles hat, you know. It's like a winter hat, but it's like a baseball cap. I got that one. I got like all my buddies and friends, they're like, "Do you own any other hat?" I'm like, "No, it's the only hat I wear. It's Eagles." Uh-oh, here we go. Game starting.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. I forgot about this bullshit. They don't even tackle, man. It's not even tackling this dude.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's like flag football. It's horrible.
They just threw a little out route, and it was like they barely – the flag blew, like, right when they touched him.
Yeah,
they got Drew Brees in right now.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I just want to do a little live stream today. Just
Oh man,
it's nothing big today, but just want to. You know, I actually should have been off the shit a while ago because I had to do some shit. But it is what it is.
Yeah, let's call it, man. I got some shit to do. I'll be around here, so just let me know whenever you want to do another one.
Yeah, no, probably like Tuesday night. I'm gonna message Spunky today. Probably like Tuesday night, probably 8:45, 9ish. Probably by then we'll do a big one Tuesday and have everybody in here. So hopefully everyone's free that day. So we'll do something probably Tuesday.
Alrighty, sounds good, brother.
All right, man. Have a good week. I'll see you.
Yeah, enjoy it.
All right.
Yeah, have a good one, brother.
All right, you too, guys. See you guys later.
Later.